Bakugo versus Deku. Let's get it! What is up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to the Scott Report. We are here. It is Sunday, and usually Sunday is a day that you're kind of bummed out because you gotta get up and go back to work tomorrow. You gotta go to school or what have you. But have no fear on Sunday because you get Boku no Hero greatness in the morning. You get Game of Thrones to cap your day off at the end of the night. And it just makes things a little bit easier overall dealing with your weekend. But again, we are finally here. Boku no Hero Academia episode 6 review coming for you, and once again we got a phenomenal episode, and that's just going to be rhetorical because every episode of this series is going to be great. We're at the halfway point and we're finally getting to gain some ground. We're getting to see some new students. We're getting to see some things being clarified in this episode. It's all just coming to a head as we speed towards the end, and I hope we don't have to wait too long for another season. But without further ado, let's get down to the breakdown as we start off right where we left off last week, with everybody just being shocked at what Bakugo experienced as Deku crushed his entire record with the ball toss, with the pinky finger, with his quirk ability. And Bakugo is pissed. He is salty as he runs towards Deku, fire in hand, about to actually attack him, but he's stopped by Shoto, who we also find out his weakness as well. As he stops Bakugo with his ribbons, and he says that his quirk ability can erase your quirk, but it's only when his eyes are open. If he closes his eyes or if he blinks, it erases it and they get their ability back. So he holds Bakugo off. Bakugo's pissed. He's berating Deku, saying you're nothing but a pebble in the road before we got here. You don't think you're better than me. Don't even get your hopes up because you're not. I mean, he is pissed right now because he's a really prideful character, and all along to see that this character that came from nowhere is coming along and he's upstaging him and everybody's surprised about it, he's a little bit mad about that. But overall, once this is over, we get to the quiz results or the test results, as Deku's a little bit worried because remember, the person who scored last is going to be expelled from the school, and this was only the first day. And he is dead last as he did terrible and everything else because of his injuries that he sustained, even just to his pinky finger and the stamina that using his quirk ability took from him. So we find out actually that Shoto was lying. He actually is not going to expel everybody. He just said that so everybody can go all out and they can put in their best foot forward going right from the beginning, as he tells Deku to go to Recovery Girl and get healed up, but don't get too comfortable because tomorrow's not going to be any easier for him. So with that being said, he goes to see Recovery Girl. She heals him up, but she also says he has to be careful because she can only heal injuries. She can't heal stamina, so he's still tired after this, and what his ability is doing to his body, at the rate that he's going, he could die. So he has to be careful because she can only heal him for so much before this type of pain begins to become permanent. Also, a little bit before this happened, we see All Might confront Eraserhead by saying that you must have saw some type of potential in Deku because you failed an entire class last year on the first day because they had zero potential. But Eraserhead takes that chance to check him back by saying, you're playing favoritism with this kid, but I saw some potential. I didn't see zero. That's the only reason why he's here. If I saw zero potential, no doubt he would have been out of here. So you can see the animosity between All Might and Eraserhead come to a head here as well. Back to Deku. Our main three, or our friendly three of the season, finally meets up, and you can start to see the friendship grow between them as Eaze comes and he immediately asks how Deku is doing. It's like, I saw what you did out there, I'm just checking on you to see if you're okay. And he sees Eaze in a new light now. Like, I thought this guy was going to be a prick or just a real stickler, but he really is a genuine person. He cares about me, he wants to do the right thing. While they're walking, we also see Uraraka, or Achiko, and she's happy to see both of them. She's like, hey Deku, Eaze, how you guys are doing? And it's so cute how big of a crush he has on her. He's literally speechless when she's around. So she's talking to him and she actually called him Deku. And Eaze's like, wait a minute, Deku, that's an insult. That means worthless. That means you can't do it. And Achiko said, I called him that because that's what Bakugo has been calling him all day. He's pretty much just been calling him Deku, Deku, Deku. but I don't see it as you can't do it. If you think about it, it sounds like you can do it. And just like that, he's like, my name's Deku. I mean, he just accepts it because he has such a crush on her. And it's so cute to see these characters. I definitely ship these two and want to see them in a relationship at some point. As long as it doesn't get in the way like Naruto, then it's okay with me. So we get to see the bond being formed between these three. And we go ahead to the episode to learn a little bit more about UA itself, as well as UA is just like a regular school. At the beginning of the day, they pretty much just go ahead and do their regular things like, you know, math, English, arithmetic, or whatever. But after lunch is when things pick up, as Class 1A is finally going to their next class, which is Basic Hero Training, which is headed by All Might himself. As All Might is such a ham, I love him. He even makes a big deal about coming into a classroom as he walks in and says, I am here to walk in like a regular person. And everybody's looking like, what? But at the same time, they're still stoked that it is All Might. As he even comes in as the frog girl, Suyu, points out that he's in his Silver Age outfit as well. He announces to the class that today they are going to do Basic Hero Training, and also their costumes has also come in as well. Each student had to make a costume and submit it before they came into UA, and it's based off of their quirk abilities, so those finally came in. However, Deku, his was made by his mother because she wanted to do something for him and give back and be clutch, because she gave up on him and she apologized for that. Back when he was told that he doesn't have a quirk and he wouldn't achieve anything, she kind of gave up on him and she consoled him and didn't do anything about it, didn't try to encourage him anymore. So she said, let me make your costume for you. And he is wearing that boy with pride, and it looks kind of like a frog suit. I admit it does look silly, but you know, mom's made it, I'ma wear it. It has like little ears pointing up, and it has a big smile on the face, as All Might even points out and even kind of chuckles a little bit that it looks exactly like his. So we finally get to see the rest of the cast. Everybody's suited up, and that music they played when everybody walked in was oh so boss. I cannot wait to get the soundtrack to this series. We also get to see my best girl, Yaoyorozu, in this episode. She actually scored first overall in the test, and we'll get to her abilities once we get to the episode. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but next to Achiko and Suyu, she is definitely my favorite because what she can do, and she's a smart cookie as well, and I love smart characters. So without further ado, we are at our destination. Everybody's looking clean, everybody's looking nice with their costumes, and we're about to get to the test. Before we got to our destination, we found out that today's training is combat training, and Bakugo is amped for it because you know he's ready to fight. He's ready to throw those hands. And back on the field, All Might is explaining that, yeah, being able to fight outside is good, but truly intelligent villains lurk in the shadows. So it's going to be times where you're going to have to hunt them down. You're going to have to adapt to your surroundings. So this battle, unlike the first that they had to do to get into UA, is going to be based inside. It's going to be team battle. Everybody is split into two by random, and you're going to have a team of heroes and a team of villains. So All Might starts to draw the names, and we finally get our teams. We're going to have Deku and Uraraka, who he's really happy to see because he saw her in her outfit and he's like, oh my god. I mean, it is just so funny how big of a crush he has on her, how he just turns to mush whenever she's around. And it's cute because I think she notices it as well, and she's just all around sweet character as well. So she's just like, oh, I'm on your team, it's like fate, I'm so happy to be with you. Meanwhile, Bakugo is teamed up with Iida, and All Might says to them, in order to achieve this mission, you're gonna have to think like a villain. We know Bakugo has no problem with doing that. However, Iida is a little bit conflicted with it because he's such a straight and narrow person. What they're going to have to do in this mission is the villains are going to have to protect and stop the heroes from getting to a nuclear bomb that they put inside a building. The heroes have to get to the bomb and either disable it or stop the villains and get rid of it before the time is running out. So we get to Deku a little bit before he goes into it, and he's talking to Uraraka by saying that, you know, I always looked up to Bakugo. Even though he treats me like crap, we were a little bit better than we used to be, as we get a little bit of a flashback, as he kind of used to follow him around. I think at some point Bakugo started to get full of himself, and then he started pushing Deku away, but they used to actually be closer than they were. He realizes that Bakugo is great. Bakugo is number one. He can't hold a candle to Bakugo. However, he has to overcome that if he's ever going to succeed. And she's really pleased with that. She supports him in this decision by saying, so it's a little bit of a rivalry, huh? Well, I got your back. I'm your friend. I believe in you. Let's go do this. As they begin to stealth their way into the building. So while Deku and Uraraka are stealthing their way into the building, this is where that intelligence of Deku comes in once again, as he has written in his book a strategy called Hero Analysis for the Future, where he's already planned things to do in an inside building situation. Again, this is what I love about Deku, because he's smart. He writes things down. He got that prep time. You add that to him being able to use this ability one day, he is going to be great. So they're stealthing their way through the building, and Bakugo takes advantage. He immediately goes in, smashes at Deku with his fire ability. Some people are looking on because they were the first team to go, saying, you know, that was cheap, that was a dirty trick. However, All Might is cool with this. He says, these are villains. Villains aren't going to be fair. Villains are going to do what they have to do to get you out the way. They don't have a moral code. You're going to have to understand that. I'll allow what Bakugo did. However, our boy Deku, again, with the plans, you know, Bakugo gets up, he starts berating Deku again, saying, I'm gonna crush you, you're nothing to me. He goes to attack Midoriya again, however, he grabs his arm, shoulder throws him over and slams him to the ground. Get off me, boy, get off me. Deku with the prep time. He is out there like Batman, as he says, you don't think I know what you're gonna do already? After all the years that you beat me up and fought me, I know that you come in with your right arm first. In this book, I take down the techniques of cool heroes. That includes you, Bakugo. Got you trained, baby. I've been watching you all this time. Oh, that was just such a fulfilling moment. I mean, you get one of these every episode as he finally once again gets the one up on Bakugo. Baku gets up and he is pissed, but Deku isn't done there, as he says, you call me Deku, which he says is worthless, which means I can't do anything. I don't see it that way. I'm claiming Deku as I can do it, which is a callback to what Uraraka said at the beginning of the episode. So he's flexing a little bit in front of his lady. He looking clean, he looking boss, and Bakugo is salty as we end the episode here. And man, we have another phenomenal one. Once again, I am loving this ride. I mean, I read the manga, but it's even better to see this all animated. There's a couple other things I want to point out with the episode as well, as we actually got introduced kind of subtly to Yaoyorozu, who is going to be my best girl of the series, as I probably mentioned already because of her ability. But we also get to see Mineta in this episode, and he is just a straight perv. They showed him because he's teamed up with Yaoyo, and he's just straight up just looking at her opie with a thumbs up. And even when Uraraka had her outfit on, he was looking then just like, wow. So he's going to be a funny character. He's going to be your comic relief right there, so look out for that guy. However, the things I don't like about this, and I've pointed out already, is I would say don't watch the credits. Because I don't watch the preview, because the preview totally spoils what happens next episode. I'm not going to go into it, but you kind of look at it and you can put together what's going to happen by what they said. So yeah, that is it on the episode. Holler at me in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this episode. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit it a like and hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more, as I bring you guys content every day almost at this point with this hype spring season. And be sure to join me later as I review ReZero. So on that note, that is it for the Scout Report. As I always say as well, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me, and I really appreciate that. So on that note, Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.